Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiki and welcome to K's Corner, where I talk about all things that interest me and, well, issues affecting people like us and the world at large. In this video, I'd like to talk about my experiences studying in university and how it has shaped me as a person up to this point. Yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into the video. But before I begin, I like to talk about my upload schedule one last time because I'm always talking about it and saying, oh, I'm sorry I have an irregular schedule, or I'm sorry I was meant to upload something. But the truth is, my schedule is constantly evolving, constantly changing. And because of that, I'll be uploading at very random times, at very weird times. Yeah, anyway, with that spoken, let's get into the video. So, as many of you have known, if you live in the Capcut province, you do know that we are currently experiencing a water situation. Yeah, it's wild. Apparently, the Nkana Water and Sewerage Company that's responsible for distributing water sorry about that, to each and every household on the Capcut province had their water sources contaminated by a mining company that has its headquarters in China. Because of that, the water was acidic and it had to be shut down. So my university experienced a closure, a random impromptu closure. We were told to pack our bags and vacate campus because the situation with water was just getting too much. So much that we didn't even have water for basic needs like cooking, bathing, flushing the toilet, mopping, doing your laundry, stuff like that. So they had to close campus and we had to leave the area. Yeah, so we had our early recess. And that in itself has taught me to be really resourceful. Like, first of all, this is not the first time this is happening. It happened before again back in 2019, 2018, and I think 2016 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And that in itself has taught me to be really resourceful and to just figure out stuff on my own. Because, like I mentioned in a previous video, I live in a boarding house and my roommates are quite difficult to deal with. Like, we don't always see eye to eye. So most of the people in the community where I live tend to have electric pumps to fill up their boreholes for storage, and then it was so nice to let the other people get some of the water that they stored up. And every morning I could wake up and get a neighbor of mine from the other room, and we would go looking for water with our buckets, just walking, chilling. And then the moment I have enough water to bath, enough water to cook, and enough water to do things like brush my teeth and wash my hands and stuff like that, my roommates would be like, yay, water for the family. What are you talking about, water for the family? Bro, I legit woke up early in the morning to look for this water, and here you are telling me water for the family. What family? Anyway, so I would use some of the water I wanted. I'd make breakfast, and I would go on campus to study because most of our classes, oh, I thought I heard something. Most of our classes were having on and off schedules. Like, you'd go for a class, you prepare yourself, you shower and do everything, and then all of a sudden there's an announcement in the official class group and they say, oh, class cancelled. And you'd get angry, some would rejoice. Personally, I would get angry. Like, I spent so much time preparing myself for class, I expect to learn. So instead, I'd go to the library and I'd begin to study. I'd study, and by the time it was like evening, probably like 6:30 or 6:40 p.m, I'd start off from my boarding house, only to find my water used. Yeah, but anyway, if you live in a boarding house, this is some of the challenges that you may experience. Apart from that, the constant class cancellations have really opened up my mind to being proactive. I mean, as a university student, whether you are studying at undergraduate level, whether you're studying at postgraduate level, going the distance is the bare minimum of what's required of you. What I mean when I say going the distance is actually studying, and not only studying within the confines of your course, but rather moving out. Let's say, for example, you're doing something in mathematics like quadratic equations, yeah? And then your teacher only teaches you the basic method, which you have to use the quadratic formula. That's minus b plus or minus squared b squared minus 4ac over I think 2a or 4a if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but then you have to go out of your way, really. Like, you have to read and study extensively. There's so many methods of solving quadratic equations. There's the factorization method, the square method, completing a square method, and so many others. That's what I mean basically by going the distance. You have to dedicate a huge chunk of your time watching YouTube videos and listening to experiences from other students. And yeah, personally for me, if I get stuck on something, or if I come across a topic that I'm not understanding entirely, I like to utilize AI. Yeah, if you use WhatsApp, then you're probably familiar with Meta AI. I use Meta AI, sometimes I use ChatGPT and other AI tools out there, and they've been really, really helpful for me, extremely helpful, because AI explains things in ways that you tell it to explain. Like, or you would say, explain this to me as if you're explaining to a child, and it's going to do that. Or if you say, explain this to me in simpler terms, it's going to do that, and that has really helped me a lot. Apart from AI, you could also try sourcing for materials online. There's lots of websites where you can download books for free. I'm not sure if that's a crime, if that's piracy. You have to check though before downloading, but yeah, they seem to be working for me personally. Yeah, apart from that, managing social relationships, for lack of a better term, has been somewhat of a maze to walk around. I say so because I live in a country that's extremely conservative, and I am a liberal individual. I believe in freedom for all, freedom of conscience, and freedom to do what you want as long as you're not harming yourself in any way, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and you're not harming the people around you, and whatever you're doing is in accordance with the law that governs your land or your community, then do it. That's the kind of liberalism I'm into, but my country is super conservative. It's so conservative that some women are not even allowed to go to school because they're women. The parents tell them, oh, it's going to be a waste of time because you're going to get married anyway and your husband is going to take care of you, and that is really wrong. Personally, I believe everyone should be allotted the opportunity to go to school, regardless of financial status, regardless of ethnicity, race, gender, and all of these irrelevant things that divide us in society. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, managing social relationships has been really hard because, like I said earlier before in the video, I have a schedule that is ever changing. When I say ever changing, you literally go prepare yourself to sleep, and then you just see an official message in the classroom saying, oh, we have class in 30 minutes. Be there. And as a student, you have no choice but to go there, because if you don't go there, you might miss up on some valuable things. Hold on. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. My little sister came and she interrupted me and I kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, I also had to take off my piercing because I don't want her to see it. Anyway, as I was saying, managing social relationships has been quite a difficult thing because my schedule is constantly changing. constantly evolving. Yeah, you know, I have class at the most awkward times, I think I mentioned, and apart from that, I just feel like I have to dedicate myself to my studies, okay? I mean, so many people always say studying, or rather education, is the key to success, and I feel like it's really true. Nelson Mandela did say that. He did say education is the key to success, and it's the only thing that will alleviate poverty. And one of my favorite singers, Shakira, she did say, la educación es la clave que destruye toda la discriminación y toda la pobreza. And basically in English, she's saying education is the key that destroys discrimination and destroys poverty. And I feel like that rings with truth. Because if you don't focus on your studies, what else can you focus on? Because let's be honest, I feel like education is the easiest route to success compared to everything. Let's say you take a career in music, right? If you're in music, you have to fund yourself, or you have to look for alternative sources of funding. You have to look for sponsors, and they'll only sponsor you if they think what you're doing is going to bear fruition. And that's hard. Like, you have to book venues on your own, you have to pay for camera equipment on your own. But when you're in education, in a standard formal institution like a secondary school or a high school, all of that will be there for you. Like, there's going to be mentorship programs, there's going to be scholarship programs. Go away.
Why?
I'm filming. Okay, you keep quiet. You will? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My sister again. Anyway, as I was saying, education, standard formal education, like being in a primary school, secondary school, or university, you have things like mentorship programs that are handed to you free of charge. You also have scholarship opportunities. I've never heard of a scholarship opportunity in the music industry or in the acting industry. It's all about connections back up there. But then, even when you graduate, some universities even offer assistance with job placements. Like, they really want you to be successful. So I guess you have nothing to lose if you invest yourself completely in your education. And lastly, I feel like what? No, please, baby. No. Go. Bye. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, it's my sister again. Usually when I'm filming, I like to be in a quiet space where I'm alone. But today, yeah, you know what, let's just carry on with the video. As I was saying, staying true to yourself. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought. Staying true to yourself will be extremely valuable in the long run, because university is where you meet different kinds of people. And not just university, even school, primary school, secondary school. The only difference is when you're in these lower institutions of education, you haven't fully realized who you are. You're in the process of figuring yourself out. But then when you approach tertiary education, it's like you at least have an image of who you are, or who you want to be, or who you're supposed to be. It's very easy for someone who's in primary or secondary school to be influenced than someone who's in university, because at least they have a roadmap of where they want to go and where they want to be and where they see themselves. Which is why you should stay true to yourself, stay true to values, and yeah, I guess just, I don't know, be you, be true. Yeah, I read that from a magazine actually. And that has been some of the best advice I've ever received. Yeah. Anyway, if you have reached this far in this video, please give it a like, please subscribe to my channel, please leave a comment, tell me what you think and what kind of content you'd love to see. Yeah, and as usual, I just want to let you all know that I don't know the next time I might upload. It could be tomorrow, it could be 2 days after, it could be a week after, and I know that's really bad, but I haven't the choice. It's just me chronicling my university journey and my life. One more thing I forgot. Guys, university is really booky. You have to stay prayed up, you have to be really prayerful. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, like me, or if you're Muslim, or I don't know, if you're Rastafarian and all of these other major religions, just stay prayed up. Because, believe it or not, there's so many people out there who are waiting for your downfall, who are planning for your downfall. Especially if you have a character that seems too good to be true, if you're polite to everyone, if you're nice to everyone, and if you just stay in your lane and focus on yourself. That kind of energy, that kind of character, it puts people off. They will start to taunt you and try to actively look for a flaw in your character, which is why you have to stay prayed up all the time, you know. The Bible does say that the devil comes like a thief in the night. When a thief comes to your house, you don't know that the thief is going to come. You don't know. You seriously do not know. You just wake up and all your stuff is gone because they stole it. That's the same way these people come, like, they will come to you. Sometimes they may come to you in the form of a friend, in the form of a loved one, even in the form of a lecturer, trying to push you off course. But just stay strong, and if you're firmly rooted in yourself and your beliefs and you know what you stand for, then you will be like a tree planted by the waterside, always receiving water, nourishment, and everything that it needs in order to grow and blossom. Yeah, that's all I had to say now. Yeah, so if you've made it to this part, to the end, please like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and yeah, right now I think I'm at 17 subscribers, and that's a huge milestone for me, seeing as I haven't posted much recently, and yeah, my impromptu schedule doesn't permit me to have a frequent YouTube upload schedule. Yeah, so for me, Kiki, I'm signing out, and I will see you soon, and stay blessed. Much love.